Did you know over 60% of first-time clients do not return for a second visit? That is so painful, but it doesn't have to be that way. That's where Maya comes in. Maya is the ultimate marketing software for the beauty and wellness industry. We have a proprietary funnel utilizing special algorithms to help connect the right consumers with the right providers at your business. This means that Maya helps you get higher spending clients you love to work with who stay the long haul. If you want to increase your revenue, increase your client count, increase your average ticket, and increase your new client retention, then you need Maya. Go to joinmaya.com to set up your own personal virtual tour and see why over 500,000 consumers have trusted Maya and the businesses we work with to find their perfect beauty and wellness pro. We promise you will love Maya.
Thank you for joining me. This is Katie Whitledge with Beyond the Technique podcast. Part of our shorts, our little podcast Thursday releases, our mini podcasts. They're going to be short. They're going to be me with you. I hope you love this. We're going to get a little bit real today. We're going to talk about you will be judged regardless. Regardless. What does that mean? Do you ever feel like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't? When I weighed over 250 pounds, I wasn't paid attention to, especially, I hate to pull this card, higher up male executives who had the power to say yes or no to working with my company. Everyone, and you feel this, can sense the energy and body language of others. So you know when someone is connecting with you or not. So interestingly, I used to be blonde. Actually, I'm a natural blonde. Okay. So if you're into color, my natural hair color is a level 8A, very ashy, but light. And I kind of slowly, like I used to be all out platinum. Like I did that whole thing in the early 2000s where I had blonde on top and this maroon on the bottom. It was not sexy, obviously. When you look back, you like are dying about some of the trends you embraced, but I slowly transitioned to more brunette, more brunette. And interestingly, when I was blonde, I felt that same disconnect, like I wasn't taken as serious. And when I was brunette, it was a little bit different. It was really interesting. So, like, appearance is a thing. I did an episode a little bit ago, episode 606 on appearance standards, and we are judged immediately within seconds based on our appearance. So whether we think that's fair or not, it is literally happening. And if we're going to be really honest with ourselves, we're doing it to other people as well. It's just like natural. Like immediately you kind of sense this vibe, this I feel like this person reflects things I appreciate or value, or we just do that with each other. So, yeah, when I was very, very obese, I was kind of like, oh, you are nice. You're trying so hard. You go get them, Katie, go get them. Fast forward to today, I really have transformed. I was over a size 20 and now I'm a size 2. I weigh less now than the amount of weight that I've lost. That's like wild to admit. I'm not proud of how far gone I had let myself get. And I'm not a victim either. I had major, major struggles. And it just took kind of the right time, right place, right people. Do you ever feel that for your own life? Where when you arrive at a certain point, or you've heard that saying, when the student is ready, the teacher arrives. There's just going to be these different points in our lives where we're actually ready. And it just happened to be I turned 40 and I was like, what is going to the next half of my life look like? So that's when I'm like, you know what? I am strong. I am capable. I am confident. Now, being the size that I am, I get plenty of executives to have conversations with me, but new hate and judgment come now. It's like two forms. People who haven't necessarily accomplished the same level of like business success, or even women who used to be loving and supportive of me, my journey, they now kind of stay silent and low key. I get this sense that they actually like despise me for the way I look. Do you ever feel like people, it's like you're good as long as you don't get too good? Like it's okay to be great as long as you aren't too great. There's this automatic shift where if somebody is super confident, we think they're cocky. We judge them like, girl, who does she think she is? Gosh, she thinks she's all that. And you know what? I am. And so are you. And you should feel hot, awesome, capable, strong, attractive, amazing, talented, smart, because you are. And it's like when you finally step into who you're really meant to be, the person you were always made to be, you're going to get shade even then. So people aren't going to fully respect you when you're low. They're not going to embrace you when you're high. And it's this kind of weird thing of like, as long as you're in the middle, you know what the middle is mediocrity. And that's, I've played in the middle many, many years of my life. And there's nothing wrong with being in the middle. I just want you to know that if you are listening and you are working towards big, great things, no matter what that means to you, don't be surprised when you are judged. I was judged when I was obese. I'm judged now for being ultra fit. One of my relatives was like, how far are you going to take this? And I said, all the way to my freaking grave. If the Lord allows me to, why would I not show up for strength training now all the days of my life? Especially the more I do it, the more capable I become of doing it. It's like, you don't want to give up. Like you don't just arrive and then you stop the things that helped you get to where you are. So if you're in a season of change, of transformation, of leveling up, this is my message to you. Don't stop. I'll be your cheerleader. It's funny. I've always been a girl's girl, mainly because boys didn't look at me like that. I was a 4-sport athlete growing up, pretty talented. Like I was in musicals. Until I hit this kind of wild party stage, I got great grades, smart, but I started noticing that the quote unquote cool kids in a small town, mind you, were treating others really mean and like being judgmental and gossiping and like just straight up a-holes. Can kids be savage? I have kids. Kids can be savage, but here's what I've learned. Adults can be savage. I go to the pool in our neighborhood around the other women and I'm all excited. Like I'm a girl's girl. Like, hey girls, like what's new? What are you into? And you know what I notice about different girl circles that I have? I got to watch it. I got to watch how much time I spend with them. Even some of my Bible study friends. I love them. I love everybody. Like this is not even a judgment on them. It's just something I've observed is people who, when you get together, they talk about people. And it's like, I don't want that. I want to talk about like, what are you working towards? What books are you reading? What is lighting you up right now? So you got to kind of recognize your circles because as you work to level up, you're going to be judged and your circles might change and it might really, really hurt. It might hurt that who you felt safe and connected and secure with in a relationship no longer actually likes you. And they won't admit it. They'll keep being looky-loos on you on social media, but they'll stop commenting. They won't show you love anymore, support. You're going to have to let it go and you're going to find new friends and circles. I grew up in a pretty awesome house. Like my parents stayed married. Um, we didn't have some of the challenges I saw other friends have. Now, we weren't rich. I grew up in a very small house. It's like a 1,200 square foot house. There were 5 of us. A little baby ranch house. Like we were very close. We didn't have everything, but before social media, we didn't realize we didn't have everything because to us, we had everything we needed. So I didn't have some of the challenges of friends with maybe broken homes and such. And yet, when I look at how do we show up and be great friends to one another, like sometimes we're not doing that for each other. And I kind of shared, like, I grew up a girl's girl because guys weren't into me like that. Like, to this day, I will be your biggest fan, support you, cheer you on. For 40 years, I cheered other people on, not being this elite athlete, not being this way. And that may not be reciprocated for you when you level up. When you go to be that um, next phase of your life, you're tapping into areas of excellence that you've never thought were possible. You're going to be judged. Let me just share the biblical side of this because, I can't not share the biblical side, because confidence can sometimes come off as being prideful. Well, we're called to be humble, but here's what it is, here's what it isn't. Being humble is not thinking less of yourself. You should be confident. You were made by the Creator. The Creator made you. He made you to be a creator, a creative person, to be unique with unique gifts. Like, step into that. The Bible says in Romans, if he is for you, who can really be against you? The answer is nobody. So go for the fringes, my friends. Go for it. Being humble actually just means you think of yourself less. You don't think less of yourself. You think of yourself less. You show up, you have fun, you live your life, you're doing the things, and you're called to serving others. When you focus on others, that's what being humble is. Now, do I struggle with pride? Everybody does. Is that a reason to judge one another? No. We should be fangirls of one another. Hang around the kind of women in this industry, men in this industry, who build each other up. So who are the people that you know that are not threatened or pretending to be supporting of you? Like, be around those people. They're out there and they desire the same thing. They want to know that whatever they're going for, their big dreams, they're not going to be laughed at or ridiculed or judged. They just want to know that other people out there can appreciate what they're working towards. You should feel confident. You were created to be unique. You are not like anyone else who has ever lived. How cool is that? One of my daily affirmations, literally, and I have a whole list, and I put it into my Asana. If you've ever heard me talk about, we use Asana in our companies as a communication, project management, task management tool. I literally assign myself tasks every day. Part of them are to memorize verses. Part of them are, hey, read this message to remind yourself. I mean, for years, I had a chip on my shoulder. I still struggle with that. I still struggle with wanting validation, with wanting people to like me, caring about what other people think. That's a struggle, but I have to let that go, move on. So one of my daily affirmations is I am creative because I was made by the ultimate creator of the universe. God knew who I would be before I was born. He knows who you were going to be before you were born. You were made for this time in history. If you feel judged, you're not alone. But the overall message is this: no matter what you do, you're going to be judged. So let it go and decide, what is it that you want to do? Who is it you actually want to be around? When I brought up earlier about not coming from like a broken home, but as I've grown up, my family doesn't have the same values with lifestyle and health that I do. We still love each other unconditionally, but there is this like disconnect. And we are at an age and a season in our life where we can choose our own family. There are going to be people that enter into your life that become and feel like family, that become and feel like your sisterhood. I have sisterhoods in different environments. I feel like at our salon, we've created a sisterhood among our team members, and it's special. Among my kind of women who love Jesus, like we have our sisterhood. We're not perfect. Lord knows I got a potty mouth, but we have a sisterhood. People in my neighborhood who are supportive, awesome. We call each other's kids out if our kids are acting naughty, but yet we love those kids and we'll do anything for each other. And we've got that. We're a hood, right? We're in the hood together. Like you have the power now to create your own groups, environments, community. Be around people who appreciate wherever you're at and that look at you leveling up and are like, keep it going. Good for you. Because it's not a reflection of like just because you feel hot, awesome, talented doesn't mean they're not. So you want to be around people who love and support you. I kind of shared this post on social media a while back when I saw um, one of the recipients of an award on stage at NAHA, the North American Hair Awards. He got up, Vernon Francois, what a name. And he said, go where you're loved, not where you're tolerated. So friends, if you're working on leveling up, if you're in a season of change, transformation, you're going to be judged, but go where you're loved, not where you're tolerated. There are people out there. I'm one of them. Everybody that knows on social media, if we're following each other, if we're in this industry, if we're in the same community in any way, whatever community we have something similar in, whether it's fitness, Jesus, hair, whatever it is, I'll be your fan. Even if you're not mine, it's okay. But we need more of that. We need more of that from one another. And we should be the industry that just sets that bar. So I hope today is inspiring and empowering for you. If you love this platform, I would love if you take a moment to leave us a 5-star review wherever you're listening so that more people like yourself will discover Beyond the Technique, where we're here to change the way that you are supported in your business. Until next time, have an awesome day and stay strong.